Have you ever tried making pancakes and then you end up adding too much milk and it turns out more like a wiggly frisbee than actual food? Well, I have, and I actually regularly do. In an effort to celebrate my French-Canadian culture with my family, we make crepes, or crêpes in French. Every time you make crepes, it includes 5 distinct steps. There is the inception to make the crepes, the creation of making the crepes, the serving of the crepes, the eating of the crepes, and then finally, the cleaning. Each one is important to a distinct member of my family for a unique reason, and that's why this family tradition is important to me. So, the inception. This is important to my middle sister, Laura. She enjoys celebrating all cultures, which is the big reason that she's always the one to bring it up. She enjoys making sure that we're always celebrating where we come from, and with other people too, not just our family. And of course, before you can actually make crepes, you have to think to make crepes. So that's why that step is important. The next step is the creation. This is the step that my mother enjoys. Of course, to eat crepes, you have to make the crepes. And she enjoys making them because she's the provider for our family. But she does it in a more tangible way than anyone else in my family. She enjoys doing the things that are very palpable and upfront that we can see and feel immediately. So she's a provider, but in a more tangible way. The next step is the serving of the crepes. This is the step that my older sister, Erin, enjoys. Of course, to have a good crepe, you have to have toppings, because crepes are generally a pretty bland food, so you need things like fruits, syrup, cinnamon, sugar, whatever. And Erin is passionate about this because she's vegan, and so all of her food tends to be pretty bland. And so she always makes sure that we have an ample amount of toppings, so that way we enjoy the food as much as she will. And then, the next step is to eat the crepes. I enjoy eating this. Doing this step, and my family might say that this is because I'm the most useless one in the family, but I personally like to believe that there's some more deeper meaning behind it. And so for me, the eating of the crepes has always been something of coming of age. So I would always compete with my dad to see if I could eat more crepes than him, and only a couple years ago I was finally able to do it for the first time. And so that's the significance of it for me, is being able to prove almost that I'm like a man to him or something like that. Yeah. And so then the final step is the cleaning. And this is my dad's favorite step. And it is also similar to the creation of the crepes because it's a way that he can show that he's providing for us, but this is a less tangible way. Because we don't get to have the crepes, but he does do all the behind-the-scenes work to make everything work out. So he's doing the work in a less tangible way, still providing for us, but differently than my mother. And then, all right, so let me repeat all those steps for you just so you get it one more time. We've got inception, which is my sister Laura's favorite step. We've got creation, which is my mother's favorite step. We've got the serving, which is my older sister Erin's favorite step. We've got the eating, which is my favorite step, and the cleaning, which is my dad's favorite step. And I think the amazing thing about crepes in this family tradition for me is that somehow every single person in my family gets something different out of it, and so we all have this individual fondness and experience from it, and yet it somehow still brings us all together as a family. Thank you.